Hi, this is Dr. Rajesh Roland, CEO of Microlent Systems. We build custom web and mobile applications. You have posted your project on Freelancer or Upwork, and you are not sure whether you want to go with the individual freelancer or go with the agency or the company. You know that going directly to a freelancer may save you some money. But again, if you go with the company or agency, you'll get a professional work. So which to choose when? So there is a huge difference when you choose a freelancer versus the agency. Not only the difference is in terms of pricing, but difference in terms of the quality of work, also the expertise. So I can help you with differentiating when to choose which one. So when you are a developer yourself and you want a very specific technology work, for example, if you are a Node.js developer and you need only supporting hand over your project in the Node.js only, in that case, it is okay to go with the individual freelancer. That is when you yourself are a Node.js developer, so that you can not only assess the quality of the code, but in case if that individual freelancer disappears, you can also continue working with that and you will not have any dependency of doing knowledge transfer. Whereas when you have a work of a complete project where you need a front end developer, you need a back end developer, you need a tester, designer. So these, when you need a complete project to be developed, that case going with the agency or the company is preferred, because in that case that particular company or agency has got all the resources, whether it's a business analyst, solution architect, project managers, developers, testers, designers, all under one roof. They all can sit together within the office, develop an amazing application for you. Whereas for such a kind of project, if you choose individual developer, you cannot expect that a particular server-side developer or front-end developer doing server-side job, or the server-side developer doing front-end development job, or doing designing or doing the testing. So in that case, if you choose any individual freelancer for a complete project, you might end up becoming yourself as a tester, as well as you will end up getting a poor quality of code. For example, if that person is front-end developer, you'll get a poor quality code as a back-end work. Or if he is a back-end developer, then you might get a poor quality code as a front-end. So when you have a complete project or a big project, you must go with the agency or a software company who can assign a different people on that project. And with that, you can get a complete project developed by one agency with different set of experts working on that same project. In any case, you have to pay for that single developer also. If you want to get complete project done, then why to pay the money to a back-end developer to work on front end, to work on testing, to work on UI? So when you go with the agency, the benefit you will get is you get different experts. So you get front-end expert, you get back-end expert, you get database expert, you get solution architect, business analyst, tester, designer, everyone having expertise in their own field. All together, when they work on your project, you get an amazing project delivered. Whereas if you go with the individual freelancer, he cannot be expert of everything, right? He can be either good front-end developer, or he can be good designer, or he can be good tester, he can be good back-end developer, but not all, right? So he might be doing good work or good job at one thing, whether front-end, back-end, UI, but rest of other thing will be somehow he would be making up just to deliver the project, and you might end up getting at least 80% of your work which is not of that particular quality. So when you have a complete project, it's always better to go with the agency or company who not only takes care of everything together, put everything together, who can put all the experts together and make an amazing project. Also, the major benefit with agency you get is they cannot disappear, because this is their bread and butter. Mostly the freelancer which you will get, this is their secondary project. They are working for some company already and they are taking this work as their either night job or extended hours work. Whereas with the agency, this is the primary job. These people will remain available during whole working hours for you. Also, they cannot disappear because this is a well established company. So always when you want a great services where your project is highly important for you, it's good to go with an agency. Of course, it will cost you little more compared to a freelancer, because for freelancer this is a secondary job, he is doing primary job somewhere else. So for this kind of work he just needs some extra money, so he can be agree on anything. But for the agency they need to hire a high professional, and that is not of one thing, that is of the multiple thing, whether it's a back end developer, front end developer, a UI UX designer, the tester, everyone who is expert of their own thing. And to hire all people, put them together on a project cost you more, but again you get a really great application developed. For example, you can compare it like, do you need one person to develop or build a building, or you need a group of people to build a building who is having expertise over different things. For example, you need an architect, you need a workers, you need lots of interior designer, you need lots and lots of different kind of people to build a building. Same way you will need a support after delivering of project as well. So that is not guarantee with the freelancer, that once project is delivered he might disappear, but with the agency it will be always there. Even if the primary developers are not available, or primary developers has got something, some issue, sick leaves or anything, they have the backup team who can work on your project without any delay. So there is a holding of a responsibility. Also, there is a major difference that with the agency you can get your IP agreement signed and ND signed. With the individual freelancer it's not there. Even if he signed, no value of that. But when you are working with an agency, you can get your document signed, whether it's intellectual property document or the NDA document, and you get it sealed and signed with you, so you can remain with the peace of mind that yes, the ownership of source code remain with me and it cannot be shared with anyone else. That is the benefit you can get only with the agency or the company, not with any individual freelancer. Also, in case of emergency, when freelancer is not picking up your calls, how frustrating that can be. That cannot happen with the company, because there are dedicated managers who would be managing that project. There will be CEO, there will be lot of people you are having contact with. So if one person is not responding, whether developer is not responding, you can contact to manager. If manager is not responding, CEO is there. So you have a stack of team who is there to support you in your critical time, instead of disappearing, because they have agency to run. That is the big benefit you will get with that. So I wish you best of luck with your project, and you can always choose Microlent as an agency for your technical work, where we develop a complete project for you, from business analysis to architecture designing, to having a development team separately for back end, separately for the front end, a tester, a manager to manage everything, and a UI UX engineer who can design a great flow of the application. Because the user doesn't know about the technologies, for him the concern is how easy the software is to be used. With Microlent we can provide you these all things together as a package. Also, these all developer would be sitting together, working together like they are sitting in your own office. You can have discussion with them anytime, planned or unplanned. We connect you directly with the development team, with whom you can take daily calls. You can have your discussions over the chat, over the calls, over the video calls. So everything is controlled by you. Thank you.